Afternoon everyone, it's Rachel here and we are doing a Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So let's see what I've been up to. I did manage to do all of the edges. I still haven't done anything on there. I've done some little bits. I'm not really mad about that stitching, but anyway, I did a little bit there, a little bit here and here. I love that there actually. And I'm going to be doing a bit more, but I might like you just use a thread like this and do some stitching. So I haven't decided that yet. I've done nothing here. I wanted to add a bit more there. I did finish this off. I feel like it's like a little bit plain, and I'm thinking maybe I'll pull out these colors and maybe just do some swatching. That was for the previous prompt. And then this one here, you probably can't see, I've done a little bit of lilac French knots, and we're going to do some more of those quickly. So I did do a little bit of work. Not a lot, but it's better than nothing. Like the last time it was nothing. Okay. I need to open it further. Okay. Come on. Okay, so let's see. I don't think, did I have a purple in here? Got some fabrics. Put those over there. I've just got this box full of stuff. Well, I had a piece of purple flying around, so I must have used it somewhere. It's not there though. Okay, I've got my container here of the threads. Just the ones that I have flying around the place. And it was, I think it was this colour. This is a gum nut. I don't think it was that one actually, but I'm going to, yeah, I might use a bit of this one. Oh, there it is. Ding dong. That's it. Such a ding dong. But that one I might do. You remember I was going to do the thing like in the book. We'll have to pull that out. I can't remember. I will use that. I don't know what this is. This is something that I've, when my mum was saying, take all my wools, and then I think she regretted it. That's one I got from her. And I don't know what it is because it was already just in a tangled mess. Okay, so where are where's the needle? There's one over there. Maybe I'll use that one. I have no idea what the size of my needles are. I just have random needles that I like to use. And where else do I want to just do a little bit more on this one. And then I'm going to bring in a different shade of purple. I mean, you literally will not be able to see this. Just do 3 wraps on some. You can see it a bit better. Ow, stabbed myself. I think I've got some mess on the back there. I can feel, I didn't pull it right through. Oh well. That will be a cover-up job. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. We're in a bit of a mess, to be honest, because I can't remember if I mentioned it in my any of my other videos, but the apartment that Lulu is moving into was supposed to be freed up by the 12th of September, and like the contract ends, but the girl has decided, or she must have asked, to stay until the 30th. And it's a real problem for us because Lulu starts on the 16th of September. And so we have 2 weeks with no accommodation. And I was looking at the prices, and my word, I mean, €1,000 for a week was going to cost us. So Steffi he did literally flop on the floor. But then I said to him, I've only looked in one spot yet. Let me just see if I can find something else. Well, we did find another one, half that. So we're going to do that for the first week. And I go up with her because, yeah, I'm not comfortable sending her up in an Airbnb by herself. I think she's not going to be with her friend. And so, you know, like, she doesn't know where she's going and everything, so she's wanting me to go with her. So we'll do that, but you know, I don't know what I'll be. I think I'll just take my stitching up and be stitching away for 5 days, and well, really 4 days, because then we're coming down on Friday morning, and then the next week we're going to see, because I don't know what we haven't got a timetable yet of lessons. And I don't think that they're really full on in the very beginning, but I didn't want her to miss the first week, because I think that's when they'll be given a lot of information. But the second week she may miss a bit of it, and then we'll go up towards the end of the week. And Steph and I will go, I think, as well, because we'll be helping her bring up stuff. And then I guess we'll come back down and leave her there. I'm hoping that this girl will go that weekend, so that way they're not moving in on a Monday when they're supposed to be at university. Anyway, it's a mess, and I'm really upset because Juanette's coming, and we thought it was going to be okay, because we thought if she starts on the 16th, she'll be in her apartment, and I will have well and truly left her there. And if they start on the 7th of October, which most of the universities do, then she wouldn't be moving up yet. So I don't know how I'm gonna work it out. But if we don't go up until that weekend, then I might be able to catch up with Juanette on the 26th and the 27th. I don't know, Juanette. Oh, I like that. Okay, I think it's time to get a few more other shades of purple in there. Big changes for us. Oh my gosh, this thread is terrible. It's a shocker. It's all separating, and they're just the lengths of the thread as it came in the thing. Like, yeah, not a great, like, you have to use those ones when they're like that, just not long lengths of them, because they separate and are terrible. I'm wondering whether to use, I would like a more bluey sort of purple, but I could use this one, I guess. What's happened here? This is mohair. This is from the Crewel Goblein. I usually have them linked. I don't know if I remove them or not. I usually have them linked in my description box. They're in Sydney, and these were mohair, and they are discontinued colors, and they were selling them, but I don't know if they still have any in stock. What is that little fluffy bit coming in there? I won't put you through doing all of this, but just a little bit I might just do. I mean, it's very dark, so it's hard to see, I think, on camera, which is why I'm trying to get a few different shades in. I cannot hardly see the colour on there. I can see my embroidered stitch more than I can see their colour. I need to find my book. Oh, there it is. Is that, no, that's not it. Is that it? I found it. Okay, so we can do the, I would like to do the, you know, the tying, but I need to choose my colours first. Oh, look, I've got a loopy doop. That's okay. What I do when I get a loop in my French knot, I will go like this, and then I'll just catch it and then just stitch it down. Sometimes I like loops, but I don't particularly want a loop on this one. That's a bit chunky there, but doesn't matter. It's just me. It's just for me. It's not for sale. Oh, I think I've started doing 3 wraps, so they're a bit more Why I'm getting really loopy ones. I am going to add another shade into this one just so it stands out a bit better. So Lulu's very excited. She's been into the cupboards pulling out her favorite mugs and things. I mean, I love all the old, the vintage sort of English, you know, odd teacups and things. Oh gosh, what a mess. That you just get them at the antique markets here. They don't, or sometimes they cost, but not normally. They don't cost so much. And I have quite a lot, so I was like, Lulu, go for it. Just pull out your favorites and go for it. Okay, I'm getting into a mess here. I'm going to choose another color, probably even a different type of thread as well. Okay, I'm hoping my new stock of fabrics will be on their way sometime soon. They've reopened. They just, you know, but it's been like that for a while. It says it's in preparation, so the order, I think this one's going to be a good one. Won't be till next week sometime, I think. Although I don't know what backlog of orders they have. So it could even be the end of next week or longer, who knows. Normally when I've put an order in and they start it, if I put it in like on Monday, I'll get it usually by the end of the week after. Sometimes sooner, like they quite often get them done and they tell me on Friday it's being shipped. But of course they've been closed, so I imagine they've had a lot of orders come in and will be prioritizing, so I don't know where I was in the lineup. I also need to work on some new ones, but have not had the time. I do think I'm now feeling like I'm going to come in with a few odd stitches here and there for the greenery, because I feel like that needs to stand out a bit more as well. So this one is variegated, so you're going to get lighter bits and darker bits. And I'm using it double. This one was from Steph Francis in the UK. I don't know what the name of it was or anything like that, because I don't keep all of those. I just buy what I like. I don't try and colour match or anything like that. Besides the fact that these are hand dyed, so then you know you're not going to colour match them. Now, I'm liking that. Just wanted to come down again. It's because I'm getting different shade of colour, you see. And I just wanted to pop in and put a few more in there. And I'll do the same on the other ones. I am going to pull out a more bluey. I have to go to my other container and get a more bluey purple. With a bit more blue in it and less red. Just let those. Sometimes your thread twists, so you just have to just sort of let it hang and it spins out, if you know what I mean. Just do one more. And that one is finished. Okay, yep, I'm liking that. I'm going to actually just cut this and then I'm just going to hand tie a knot. I think that will make my life a lot easier. Now let's choose okay, that will secure that. Very basic way to end off. Oh, I like that. Yeah, a little bit of texture is really nice. Now I do want to put a little bit onto the greenery. think I quite like that colour. That's just a DNC variegated one. And I think I might do a stem stitch. So I'm just going to show you on one, and then just get my colours going, so that way we can do the fun bit, which is the so I'm just stem stitch. I just do it like this. Just a minute. Actually no, maybe I'll do split back stitch. So I've got to put a stitch in like that, and I'm using all 6 strands, and come up forwards and then just split into the previous stitch, and it just gives it a bit of texture. Split back stitch. Boy, have I seen some beautiful pieces by some of our participants of Roxy's General Stitchery. Just really incredible. There are some people that are just no printing on fabric. It seems to be like, just because I had these done because my sister asked me, blame it on Sarah, everyone thinks they have to print on fabric and destroy their printers. Well, you don't have to print on fabric. I did a video showing how to do it without printing on fabric, and there are some people, especially in the Facebook group, I'm not sure if they're all on Instagram, because I don't see everything on Instagram, of course, because of the algorithm there. It's so silly. But there are people just creating the most incredible field notey look without hardly any stamping or there's no printing on the fabric. And just congratulations, because they're really beautiful, incredible pieces. And yeah, so don't feel like you have to print on fabric, because that is not what the project is about at all. So yeah, we didn't want that to become a feature, because it's not. In fact, I would love, if I have time, I would love to do one without printed fabrics as well, and see if I could be clever like a lot of you that have been able to create incredible pages. There's a lot of people with the beautiful field notey sort of feel about it. And I think the secret to that is just the plain background with a little bit of a script fabric, which I know you can buy plenty of those out and about. And then doing your flowers or your creatures or whatever it is, your nest. I'm just putting little bits of green in here. Just going to pop in here and put a little stitch. I'm just having stitches going in different directions because I know lavender has greenery in it. See all the greenery in there. I think that I would definitely put that in as an afterthought. I mean, really for me, this piece of printed lavender is really just the lazy way of doing it, really, that you don't have to draw it on there. But you could easily create this without a drawing underneath, without an image. And I think I have done this, not on camera, but I have in the past done things like that. Because I hadn't intended actually on embroidering it so heavily, but now I'm liking it, so I'm continuing on. Oh, and also one other thing I wanted to say was yesterday I shared Lulu's quilt, and actually a lovely lady said, oh, can you scan the quilt and do digitals? The reason why I don't scan a lot of my stitching is because unless it was heavily stitched by me and I created a totally different look, and that would be fine. Fabrics in general, especially, more modern sort of fabrics like Sanderson fabrics and any fabrics really from the 1900s and to present day, they all have copyright on them, just as a book does or anything else. So you can't just go and scan fabrics. You have to be careful of that. So yeah, I can't, if I've used like, and I probably have in Lulu's quilt, florals and things, yes I have. I don't, and they're probably from the 80s or the 70s or something like that. That's a big no-no to go and scan that. Now, things like an old mattress ticking or an old, you know, those old, even the French tea towels and stuff like that, no, I don't believe they have copyright on them. Of course they don't. They're just a stripe or a check. That sort of thing, yes. Floral things, no. And even I think some probably from the 1800s, I would not be scanning anything if that company still exists. I would be really careful. So I don't actually scan too many fabrics. I just use things in the public domain. But yeah, I tend to stay away from doing that because it's a bit of a no-no. I did see there's one person, I can't remember even, wouldn't mention the name anyway, but I can't remember who it was. I don't have it, but I saw someone using it. They've got a scanned Sanderson fabric in their thing. I'm like, oh, you're brave. I wouldn't be doing that. It's also not ethical as well to do that, but probably they didn't realize that they can't do that. It's also like using things in Italian museums, like the Uffizi and any of the Italian museums. They don't actually allow you to use Botticellis and that are in their museum. Like obviously if you go into the Met Museum in New York, they have an open access program, and if you go in there and it says it's in the open access program, then no problem, you can use that image. But like the Primavera by Botticelli and all of those that are in Italian museums, you're actually not allowed to do that. That's why I don't do it, even though I live here. I don't put those things in my kits because I know it's not allowed. So yeah, copyright is a big thing, and that's why sometimes you think, oh, why doesn't she scan that? Well, I don't, because I'm not sure, or I know that it's not allowed. So there you go. That's why I'm not scanning my quilt. Unless I could scan bits and pieces that have my digital kits in it and have, you know, the stripes and the checks and that sort of thing, but I wouldn't be scanning any of the florals. Also because most of them are not that old, and I don't know about those fabrics I got in France from the 1800s. I'd have to try maybe a reverse search where you have, you know, you take a photograph and you can drag the image onto Google and do an image search, and then it'll find anything that's similar, but that's not still a 100% guarantee that it's okay. So I'm just doing, I wasn't going to do all the leaves, but I thought I'd do these little ones. And I was thinking I might do the dark bits, but I think I'll pick up just a little bit of the lighter in those. I'm liking the texture that the stitches are creating on this image. So that's that one. And so what mid-tone color will I use? I'm just trying to pull out some different ones to what I already used in the other, so they're not exactly the same. Now, do I have a piece already coming off? Okay, so I'm just going to do just a few stitches. Okay, I've gone quiet now after my chitty chattiness. Okay. And I can jump across here and do a few stitches here. Yep, I'm liking the texture. But I'm still leaving it so you can see a bit of the background. I'll just finish this thread off. Cool. Yep, and I'm going to do that on all the leaves that have the highlighted sort of colour. So you can see there's always quite, well, for me there's always quite a bit of work. But also I want to get stitching on Lulu's quilt, so that's why the other week I didn't, because I started that. The bits of stitching that I did do, I did work on Lulu's quilt. I couldn't stop myself. I've got one out of, can't remember how many Lulu and I calculated. I think about 12 blocks might be enough. I'm going to see when I get this my first strip done. We felt like for the length of the bed we needed about four of those rows of those blocks, and probably 3 across. Okay, so that's that. Now I wanted to grab the book and just have a look at I'm going to pop it out of here and see the book. Oh, look, I had these little bits left over. I was sitting chatting to Mum, and I had this old piece of string, and I just tied it all together. And you know what? I'll hoard that now. I like that little bundle. I mean, that's what my mum does. She has stuff like that all around her place. She just ties it all together. Now, here's the beautiful book. And I'm a huge fan of Kazuko. I have a lot of her books. I just think, even though I don't really do that kind of stitching, well, I do a little bit. I guess I'm doing it now. I don't I just love her books. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so I wanted to do what did I say? I was going to do the greens down here and the purples there. So I'm probably not, I might come in and use that one. So pretty much you just, let's just have a look at it. I'm just going to grab, I think it's done like just wrapped around. Like, I think that's such a clever thing. Yeah, that's it. I don't want it to look like a bow though. And just have that there. And then what other colour did I use? Oh dear. What colour did I use? Where's my variegated one? This one. And then I use the mid-tone, which is, I think I'm going to wrap them a bit round, a bit more like that. And where's my mid-tone one? Oh, there it is. I just need a length of that. Here we go. Oh, look, I've already got one. Just wrap them round. I'll have to grab a green thread. Actually, I've got some green thread there. And just, I don't know about that. Maybe a bit smaller. We need to play around here with the composition. So let's just choose our colours. I didn't throw any purple away, did I? Oh, I left the purple in there. Well, let's just take this piece. So I use this one, this one. I don't have the bluey one, but doesn't matter. We can just do it with these, and I'll have this one, a thread of this one. I'll cut a proper length off, and then just take one. That might be too long, but anyway. Okay. So I don't think I want, I just need to move that out of my way. There we go. I don't want them quite so long, I don't think. It's okay. And where's my other one? Oh, here. That's too long. That one. And then I think I'll trim these just a tiny bit, because I don't want such big, long lengths. Okay, let's see. I could just use, or was it a piece of this? To stitch them in place. And I need to decide where. So just like that. Yeah, little ones. There, or I think I like that up there. I'm going to lock that one in. I'm going to put a little stitch there, but I want to do the little tapey thing like what she did. I'm just going to put a few little stitches in there to hold that. I'm getting tangled on all kinds of things here. That's that. I'm going to not end it off because I'm going to jump across. This is my next colour. Now this one's a bit thinner, so we'll see how we go. Oh yeah, that's it. And they don't even have to be the same. I thought that was just such a clever idea, as you know, when I saw that in the book. Thank you, Kazuko. What fun. Steffi's just having a video consultation call with his colleague. They're working on a project, if you can hear talking. It's kind of good now, isn't it, the internet, that you don't even have to go into the office necessarily. You can work from home and consult with one another. I like that. I like it, especially now that I'm going to be all by my lonesome, feeling sorry for myself. It's not going to be, I'm keeping it together. Not all the time either. So I'm not even spacing them the same, because I feel like you know, if I were out in the field, I wouldn't be worrying about that so much. Okay, I have no idea what I'm going to use for the tapey bit, like what Kazuko's done. I could do some stamping, but I don't think I want to do that. I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll just get this on first and have a look. Oh, I hate that. And you know, when that happens, you can't get rid of it. You just have to cut it. what I'll do, because I don't know if I've knotted or not. I think I have, but I just cut it like that. Cut that one. I'll just tie it all. It'll be a little bit fiddly, but we'll do it. Very fiddly, because of course I cut that one too short. Oh my word. Steph told me to focus on spreading into Lulu's room with all my stuff. Poor Lulu. Mum's like, no, you can't do that. As if I would not take all of her stuff, but I certainly will store things in there, and then I'll take it all out when she comes home. She'll only come home once a month probably, unless there's a girl that's from Milan that went to her school. They live down here, and if she gets in, she's staying up there and into another course, and she has a car, and she was saying they were all chatting and that they could sort of coordinate and drive down together. I think I don't mind it there. Actually, I do think it's okay there. I'm going to put them there. Now you'll be able to see this thread, so I do need to do something in the middle. Okay, that's that one. I'll just come up here, and I'm going to use my next one. Now, so she's got a piece. You know, she's got like a piece of. It's like a piece of tape there, because that's in a book, and it's drawings that Kazuko had done, and then she's written down the colors of thread that she would use in her embroidery, which is super cool. I wish I was clever like that. So obviously she's got tape there, but I'm thinking I could have a thin piece of fabric and just write on it with pen, but I wouldn't put my colors. I would just, I don't know what I'm thinking, because obviously mine is not the same. So you won't believe it, I just hopped up to see if I was in focus, and it wasn't recording. Because it said my storage was full. So I've just emptied out the deleted items, and it should be all right now. Now I'm going to have to tell you what I've done, because it stopped recording. So I think we've missed about probably 10 minutes of recording. Goodness knows what I was talking about. Probably nothing of any excitement at all. So anyway, I'll tell you in just 1 second. Let me just stitch this down and end it off, and we'll have a chat. Okay, right. So I put on my colors. I put them there, and then I decided I needed a little, I don't know if you can see here, Kazuko has put, hers is tape, because this is a book, this is her book of ideas, I think, and she, they look like actual pieces. She does drawings, and then chooses her threads and tapes them down. And of course she's writing a book, so she's taking notes and everything, so that when she does her embroidery book, she's got all of her ideas. Just checking I'm recording. Anyway, I liked the tape over the thread, so I just grabbed a piece of this and trimmed a thin slice off, and I'm just literally stitching it over. But look how cool it looks once it's stitched down. I love it. And this one I'm going to put crooked, as though I had put the tape on crooked, which I most likely would, because you know I have wonky eyes, don't see things in the straight line, and I love it. I'm very happy with it. So I'm just doing a little whip stitch, I like to call it, or overcast stitch to hold it in place. And because it's linen, like the cotton doesn't fray but the linen does, so I'm just being careful not to go too close to the edge. I'm putting my stitches almost in the middle of my little strip that I cut, but it's super cute. So obviously if you didn't have don't have that linen, you can do it with a little stamped piece, or you might have a scripty fabric and you can use a little piece of that, or you could even use like a little checked, like that piece would have been actually nice on there as well, not the script. So I'll quickly stitch that on and then we'll have a look at the situation. So it was Wild Fields, the prompt, and I've just chosen one flower that I was seeing in the wild fields. Actually, it was wild lavender, not the cultivated lavender that I was seeing when we were driving around France. Just to remind everybody. Give it a little tug there. Stitch that bit down. And there's my little swatchy bits. Okay, yeah, that's it. Good. So I need to do more work on these here. You've sort of got my layout of my page. I'll write Wild Fields there. I might stamp it. I've got to write spring blossoms or spring blooms there. And I do feel like this page needs something else. I know I put this here, but I'm thinking I might do, as I mentioned before, some swatchy. Might do some stitching there, and then just some sketchy threads there. Like where are they? Did I use a bit of that one? Could do a bit of that one. I'd probably use a bit of that one, and I know I used a bit of this and this one. This is it. So I probably don't need that one. It's a bit similar to that. Just the 3 colors I used, and I just want to show. Let's just have a little look to see if I like it. Oh, doing a long video today. I need this, and I need a slightly, I think I need a bigger eye needle, or maybe I can get it into that one, maybe not. So that's the spring colors, and then this is the actual threads that I used. There's not much variegation left on this one, but we'll see. And I could start maybe on the left hand side with the lighter one. I might not like it, so then I would take it out. And I'm just going to do kind of loose stitching. I could draw little boxes to colour in with the thread, but I think I want it to be a bit more sketchy. And I could take the greens and go right across. Let's put those there, they're getting in my way. Might not like it. If I don't like it, I will generally just cut it out. Just get rid of it. Cut the stitches and pull it all out. Okay. This was just a thought that popped into my head. That's that one. And then, what was that colour? Was it that one? Maybe it was this one. I think I'll use this one, it's thicker. Also just want to double check I'm still recording. Yes, I am. That and my needle thread up. Oh, wrong end. Now this one does not want to go into this little eye here. No, I need to get a different one. Maybe that one. It's only very slightly bigger. Yep. Okay. So what I could do, that's very similar to that, so maybe just use, so when you've got the variegated threads, be mindful, what color do you want really, and I think I want the darker color, so I need to move it. Wool is good for this, I think, or 6 strands. If you're using a stranded thread, I would use six strands. So we're kind of swatching our threads. Different ways of doing it. I do only think I used 3 colours, plus the brown, but I'm not going to put the brown. That's about the same width. And then, let's put those over there, this one. Oh, nice little piece here, this should do the job. If I can get it into this needle, otherwise I have to find another one. I'm just coming up next to where I went down because I don't want my, I'm not doing my stitches too tight, you know, too close together, because I have a thick wool and that's just filling it in nicely for me. So you use less thread, so even if though this thread was a bit shorter, I'm not using as much thread. Yep, that's it. Oh, I'm liking this. Oh, pulled that too tight. And then I'll just go ahead and do the green as well, I think. A few shades of green. Yep, I really like that, how that's turning it. So I'll do the greens as well. Don't know whether to start with the dark green and then what other green? I use this green, and I used 4 greens. I used that one, and where's the other one? It's here somewhere, because I didn't put anything away, I don't think. No, it must be in my container. Oh, here it is, this one. I used that one. So they're my greens. Yeah, I think I'll start from, because that's dark there, I'll go dark to the light, and it will get to about there because I've got to do 4 colours. But I really like the look of that, and I felt like I needed a bit more. And it kind of ties in with this sort of swatching over here too, and the swatching up there. Yeah, really happy. Really like it. So that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Things are moving along, and I think next week is a new prompt. Yes, and Sarah will be first. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.